Okay, let's dive into this really fascinating idea you brought us. Uh, Rain-powered solar panels. You shared a white paper looking at whether this could actually work in Dallas. Our mission today is, well, to figure out what's real and what's maybe still science fiction here. I mean, rain-powered solar, what does that even mean?
It's a great question. And it really gets to the core challenge, right? Optimizing solar energy where you have mixed weather like North Texas. So we'll look at how current solar panels perform, the standard ones. Then we'll get into some pretty interesting new tech that might harness rain. And finally, what does it all mean for you, the homeowner, practically speaking?
Okay. So Dallas, yeah, it gets a lot of sun, about 234 sunny days a year, which is great for standard solar panels. People are offsetting, what, 60–90% of their electricity use sometimes?
That's right, especially some Tesla solar users in the DFW area, they often hit or even beat their estimates.
But here's where it gets interesting for me, durability. Dallas weather isn't always sunny, right? We get intense storms, hail. How do current panels hold up?
That's a really crucial point. The tempered glass they use now, it's actually pretty tough, resilient to most hailstorms. But yeah, of course, if you get something extreme, like really massive hail, softball size like we sometimes hear about, that can definitely still cause damage.
Right.
And building on that weather aspect, there's the whole grid connection piece in Texas. It's a bit different here. Utilities like Encore, Tri-County, they often don't pay much or sometimes anything for the extra power you send back. Limited compensation.
Ah, okay. So that changes the strategy.
Exactly. It encourages people to maybe install panels facing west to catch that peak afternoon sun when demand is highest. And it's why lots of homeowners pair their solar with batteries. A Tesla Powerball, maybe an Enphase system for backup power.
Yeah, essential during outages. Like we saw with Hurricane Beryl recently in 2024, having that battery backup was huge for some people.
Definitely.
Okay, so what about the rain itself? Dallas gets around 39 inches a year. Cloud cover, obviously, that cuts output, maybe 25–50%.
Yeah, that's expected.
But you mentioned something surprising. The rain actually cleans the panels.
It does. It washes off the dust, the pollen, all that grime, and that can actually boost the efficiency on the next sunny day by, say, 3–5%.
Huh. So it's not all bad, like a free panel wash?
Precisely. Nature's a little helper. But that's just a side benefit of current tech. They don't actively make power from the rain itself. That's where these new experimental ideas come in. Research is looking into things like triboelectric nanogenerators.
Chinix? Okay, tins, what do they do?
So imagine tiny little generators that convert the mechanical impact, the energy of a falling raindrop into a tiny bit of electricity.
Tiny bit being the key phrase.
Very tiny. We're talking maybe 2 to 5 watts per square meter. It's more like auxiliary power during a storm. Maybe enough for a small sensor, not your fridge.
Gotcha. So not powering the house during a downpour. What else is out there?
Well, then there are hydrovoltaic panels. These use materials like graphene. They react with the ions in the rainwater to generate a current. But again, it's super small, microampere level currents, think tiny IoT devices, that kind of thing.
Right.
And maybe the most integrated idea is hybrid solar hydro cells. These often use perovskite solar cells, which are already interesting, combined with special coatings. The idea is they could generate power from sunlight and from the vibrations caused by raindrops hitting them. Lab tests are showing maybe 8–12% efficiency for this dual function.
Okay, 8–12% sounds a bit more substantial, but it's still lab tests?
Exactly, lab tests.
So for you, the homeowner listening right now, this sounds cool, but it also sounds expensive and far off, like adding maybe $3,000 to $5,000 for tech that isn't proven in the real world yet.
You've hit the nail on the head. It's very much pre-commercial, early stages. And think about the logistics. Getting a standard solar permit in Dallas already takes, 2 to 4 months?
Yeah, the process.
So imagine adding experimental tech. You'd need new building codes, safety certifications like UL listings. It's a long road before any of this could be widely available or, frankly, practical.
But resilience is key. You mentioned that Plano homeowner whose Tesla system survived that big hailstorm in May 2024 kept 80% production. That's impressive for current tech.
It is. It shows how robust current systems can be. And near-term improvements, maybe in the next, say, 5 years, are focused on things we can implement sooner, like self-cleaning hydrophobic coatings. That could boost your annual energy yield, especially in dusty places, maybe 7–10%.
Okay, that sounds useful.
And smarter battery charging, using AI, machine learning to predict weather and grid needs, making your battery storage way more efficient.
Right, and looking even further out, say 2030 to 2040.
things get more ambitious. People are talking about municipal microgrids combining rain and solar energy, maybe phase change materials and panels to help manage heat and provide more consistent output. Lots of ideas brewing.
Okay, so wrapping this up, truly rain-powered solar panels, in the sense of, running your whole house off a storm,
Yeah,
that's still very much experimental, a long way off.
definitely.
But the future seems to be heading towards these smarter, more resilient hybrid systems.
Right.
Systems that can handle sun, yes, but maybe also leverage rain in smaller ways, or at least withstand the weather better.
Right. And it prompts a really interesting question for all of us, doesn't it? What if rain, which we usually see as a downside for solar, what if it could actually become part of the solution? Something that contributes even a little to energy independence no matter what the sky looks like.
Definitely something to think about for your own energy future.